Welcome back to Royals Show. Today we are diving deep into a very controversial topic that still sparks debate. Why Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were denied the chance to take on a half-in, half-out royal role, while Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson seem to enjoy that very position for decades. Recently, author Andrew Lownie, who has written a new biography on Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson titled Entitled, has called this situation nothing short of complete hypocrisy. According to him, the royal family's rejection of Harry and Meghan's request to remain partially in the royal fold while pursuing independence was unfair, especially when Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, has managed to live in that limbo space for nearly 30 years. Lownie told journalists that Fergie has been half in, half out for 3 decades, and they didn't do anything. Yet Harry and Meghan asked for the same arrangement and were flatly denied. That, he says, is complete hypocrisy. If we look at Ferguson's example, despite separating and later divorcing Prince Andrew, she was still frequently seen at royal events. She appeared in the royal box at Wimbledon, attended major functions, and even continued to live with Prince Andrew for years. She was never fully excluded. Harry and Meghan, however, were told very clearly, either you're fully in or fully out. There would be no middle ground, and when they pushed for independence, they were essentially forced to step away from royal duties in 2020. Andrew Lownie argues this is proof of double standards, but he also notes one difference: public perception. He says Meghan is simply a less charming version of Fergie because Fergie did it much better. In other words, while both women were seen as outsiders, Ferguson managed to maintain a softer image with the British public, while Meghan's relationship with the press and the institution quickly became hostile. Now imagine for a moment if Harry and Meghan had been allowed to operate on a half-in, half-out basis. There was already a model in place. Sarah Ferguson's decades-long arrangement proved it could work. If that had been extended to Harry and Meghan, the monarchy might not be facing the strain it does today. The couple's departure meant the remaining senior royals had to shoulder an even heavier workload, especially at a time when King Charles is pushing for a slimmed-down monarchy. But there's another layer here. Prince Andrew stepped back from royal duties in 2019 after his disastrous Newsnight interview about his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. Even then, he wasn't stripped of his titles until 2022. That's 3 years later. During this time, Sarah Ferguson continued to attend private events, speak publicly, write books, and keep her profile alive. She even gave interviews discussing her family, her battle with cancer, and her memories of Princess Diana. Andrew, meanwhile, has been trying to move his daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, into a more central royal role. According to Lownie, Andrew sees them as the solution to fill the gap left by Harry and Meghan. He says, what Andrew is doing now is transferring all his ambitions to his daughters. He's pushing them forward, hoping they'll step into the family business as working royals. Rumors have swirled for years that Beatrice and Eugenie might one day take on a bigger role. We saw them step up during Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee, and again at her funeral. They represented continuity at a time when the monarchy felt particularly fragile. But here's the catch. Andrew's scandal with Epstein continues to cast a shadow. As long as his reputation remains damaged, any attempt to bring his daughters forward will be controversial. The royal family has to tread carefully, especially since public trust is already fragile. This whole debate raises one big question. Was it really necessary to cut Harry and Meghan off so abruptly? The monarchy is shrinking. The next generation, under Prince William, may find themselves without enough senior royals to carry the burden. By refusing the Sussexes' half-in, half-out proposal, the family may have created a long-term problem for itself. Meanwhile, Sarah Ferguson continues to enjoy a semi-royal life, attending events, staying in the public eye, and remaining linked to the institution through her daughters. So yes, Andrew Lownie is right to call this hypocrisy. The rules seem to bend depending on who you are, how the public sees you, and how forgiving the institution chooses to be. In the end, history might look back on this and say the royal family missed an opportunity. A half-in, half-out arrangement could have kept Harry and Meghan in the fold, strengthened the monarchy, and prevented years of division. Instead, what we have today is a fractured family, a slimmed-down monarchy under pressure, and an uncertain future as the younger royals slowly step forward. And that's the irony. The model already existed. Fergie proved it could be done, but when it came to Harry and Meghan, the door was slammed shut. That's all for today's Royals Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the royal family and their unfolding dramas.